They stopped talking about real life stuff. There's another cinematic here that you guys have told me about. It's Alexstrasza and Raszageth cinematic. This isn't the one from the quest campaign, I'm assuming.
I owe you my thanks. You have helped the Dragonflights remember our calling. With the Oath Stones renewed, we can finally reclaim our aspectral power. This has to work. Nothing? But the Oath Stones were renewed. How is this possible?
Seems your titans abandoned you.
Raszageth! What have you done?
You proved yourself unworthy, all on your own. Queen of the Dragons. Now, it is our time. Incarnates has come.
I wish they would just play with the levels a little. Like why must Raszageth's voice be so quiet against the music? That is really annoying, but very interesting. Do we believe Raszageth here, chat? When Raszageth says that this was your own doing, this was not me, I did not interfere here, I didn't keep the power from you, I didn't sabotage this, you are just no longer worthy of that power. Do we believe her, or do we think, no, she probably did interfere and just makes it out to seem like the Titans have abandoned her? It's not obvious to me that the Titans would abandon them, because the Titans clearly still have a goal and a purpose for Azeroth, and the Dragon Aspects play an important role within that goal. So I'm not entirely sure that they would just abandon them straight up. I think with everything that has happened, the aspects, I would believe her. Maybe they're still missing something. Maybe Raszageth truly didn't interfere. Maybe really Raszageth didn't sabotage anything. Maybe the aspects are still just missing something. We know that they're looking for the disc. I believe it's not the disc of Norgannon, is it? Yeah, it is one of the discs of Norgannon that they're looking for, because it holds some kind of power that might help them become aspects again. So that might be the thing. They're still missing a core ingredient of it. I don't think they abandoned them on purpose. I just don't think them giving up their powers when they did was part of the Titans' plan. Yeah, but the Titans almost always have contingency plans. Giving up their power made them unworthy? Maybe, but they had to give up their power because their entire reason for having that power in the first place was to give up that power to stop the Hour of Twilight. That's literally why they had that power. They're now seeking to get that power again. So, if anything, them sacrificing their power to stop Deathwing would have made them worthy of that power, because they did exactly what the Titans made them for. Accolonn was the contingency plan. Maybe they could go ask Accolonn, look, how can we become dragons? Dude, that would be cool. Imagine having to go back to Accolonn and have a conversation about him about how the Titans or how the aspects can once again become aspects. So, Ace the Base? They wouldn't. The Primalists would never have, ever have visage forms. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. And here's why. The dragons, or the aspects, take on visage forms because it makes mortals feel more comfortable in their presence. Mortals tend to feel a little bit standoffish whenever there's massive dragons around, and so they go into these visage forms in order to make mortals feel a lot more comfortable around them. Again, the WoW books are full of examples of this, where the dragons, whenever they're in front of mortals, they go into these visage forms because, you know, they don't want to make people uncomfortable. The Primalists have no such issues. It's also not entirely, it's not entirely known to us whether proto-dragons would even have the ability to go into a visage form. They are proto-dragons after all, meaning they are primordial dragons. They are the original dragons, the pure dragons, so to speak, without the influence of outside magic. Because the Titan's magic on Azeroth is very much an outside magic. It's not magic that was naturally found on Azeroth, whereas the Primalists, they're very much made up of the natural elements of Azeroth, the natural pure power of Azeroth. So it could be that they've never had the ability to have these visage forms. Wasn't there some kind of thing about the moon that was required to pass aspect powers in Kata with Kaligos? So we know that Elune observed Kaligos. Well, Elune blessed Kaligos so that he could become the aspect. So it is possible that in order for them to become aspects again, they would need to reach out to Elune. Because for some reason, don't know why, but Elune seems to be far more powerful than anyone wants to let on. So yeah, there is a possibility of that, of course. You think Azeroth is cut off from the Titan's power, or is something going on the seat of the Pantheon? Kale, I don't think Azeroth ever had access to the powers of the Pantheon or of the Titans. I think the Titans did a bunch of things to Azeroth that Azeroth didn't want to happen to her, but Azeroth herself isn't part of that. Azeroth is just the recipient of it.